Can one social media post land you behind bars? Welcome to another thought provoking episode of Bar Unleashed, where the law meets the society. I am your host, Rushanike Arobinari. Joining me on this episode is a wonderful colleague, Barrister Ayo Ademiliyi.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a great pleasure to be here once again, and in fact, it's a great opportunity to discuss these very sore points in our society, which is cybercrime.
All right, thank you. So, delving straight into the matter, can you help us unpack what cybercrime is? Because most people think cybercrime just involves hackers and fraudsters. How does social media users to come into play?
Oh, thank you so much for that wonderful question. Under the Cybercrime Act, in fact, the draft man of that Cybercrime Act leaves very wide as you see what they mean by cybercrime.
Oh,
and that's even the major problem with that Cybercrime Act.
okay.
Because now we have seen a whole lot of young people, mostly young people, and young people are even the most avid users of social media. We have seen a whole lot of young people being added into prison on the basis of just posting online.
Oh,
So the act itself did not even properly define. And for us as lawyers, we used to say a crime is committed when you create an oath against a person. For us, what makes your post a cybercrime,
or what
what even constitutes a cybercrime, is so loose. To the extent that if I just yab you or quote and unquote or abuse you online, quote and unquote, and if you have enough resources, you can just approach the nearest police station and they can come and pick me for cybercrime. For instance, check out the social Seun Kuti Wizkid controversy. For instance, I may just be someone in faraway Zaria and I'm a lover of Seun Kuti, and because I'm a fan of Seun Kuti, I'm trolling Wizkid online. I'm not interested in the life of Wizkid as a person. I'm just exercising my own fundamental right of expression in the corner of the world where I am.
Wow.
A whole lot of young people are in prison now because they posted against their friend, or what their friend posted, or what the friend they posted against went to the police and the police picked them up. Unless we have seen celebrities use this same cybercrime, whatever, against other people, young people, innocent people. So the police now go rampaging, arresting anybody. So if I have any bar against you, maybe I have issues with you, and I want to score issues with you, I will just go to the police and get them to arrest the person for cybercrime. So that's the key issue. But on a very definite note,
Okay.
what should naturally constitute cybercrime
Yes.
is, as lawyers will say, what is crime itself?
Yeah.
Because whether committed physically or virtually, the first thing first is that there is a crime. So the definition of a crime by law is that any action that, or even premeditated action, or even conspiracy
Okay.
that is towards creating hurt and of another fellow human being is a crime.
Wow.
Someone like me who have been counseled to victims of this kind of trial and a regular visitor for us to Ikoyi prison, it's because when you read through the visitors book, majority of the people you find in the prison are being charged of cybercrime. So Nigeria now have most of the young people who have their best brains, who could have used their best brains for the development of the cyberspace, being pigeonholed, even detained in prison custody. And so if you are thinking of something that is capable of hurting another human being, even that thought alone is a criminal offense. So now let's take it, and then the main area is the action itself. Now take it to the cyberspace.
Okay.
So does every thought or every little post online constitutes cybercrime? The answer is obviously no.
No.
It can't be. But unfortunately, the statutes that should define for us that particular cybercrime has not helped us, and this has now left the field totally open for all kinds of vendetta in the name of cybercrime.
So the cybercrime act itself is not actually explicit enough.
No, it's in fact it's and that is why there's a group of agitators now calling for the repeal of the cybercrime act. Because what you now discover is that anyone who want to just vent his anger can just go and pick anybody and accuse and print out the post of that person that, oh, this person trolled me online. Cyber stalking.
Yes.
Now, what the act itself does not even define properly what is cyber stalking. So if, for instance, now I start dragging your Twitter handle, you understand, and say let's say at Mr. A, Mr. A is the one that came to my house yesterday. Tomorrow morning I continue to take you up. Does that amount to cyber stalking? In fact, and you may not even know the person you are taking up on Twitter or on any other social, or formerly Twitter now X, or any other social media handle. Most social media users have not even physically interfaced before. Let's say there's a raging issue. For instance, now you have this Seun Kuti, Wizkid.
Yes, and Wizkid.
Maybe I'm a fan of Seun Kuti, or I'm a fan of Wizkid. And let's say a fan of Seun Kuti started trolling Wizkid. Does that mean that he has issues with Wizkid? No, he's just canvassing his own views online in favor of his celebrity, which is Seun Kuti. But let's say a Wizkid now, for all the things, let's not imagine that for all the things that Seun alleged, what do you call it, Wizkid, or what Wizkid said against Seun Kuti. If it had been the other way around, maybe Seun Kuti will be eating beans now. All that mean that Wizkid was okay. Oh, you have my papa, I will show you, and then you get the police to pick Seun Kuti, and before you know it, if Seun Kuti is not somebody that have the means and capacity to settle the police, by the way, in prison. For instance, for someone like me, who have appeared for a whole lot of victims of all this cybercrime, arraignment, and trial, I've seen that trend. Then, for instance, I have visited the Ikoyi prison. And cybercrime is a federal offense.
Yes, it is.
So, Ikoyi prison is where they land many of them. I visited the Ikoyi prison a couple of times, many times. And when you go through the visitors ledger and the kind of crimes people are brought for, in fact, Yahoo is not even trending
anymore
again. Because now tech is now the oil and gas.
Yes.
Money making is now democratized. A lot of young people are driving very expensive right now, not because they are doing Yahoo. They are doing legit businesses online. So, and overwhelmingly, the thing is that the cyberspace is now the space where most young people work. You have a lot of, according to the internet, 80% of Nigerian young workers are remote workers. They work online, they do a lot of things online. So that space should not be criminalized. Over the name of cybercrime and cyber stalking.
Or even if it will be, there should be
defined,
defined, not just like a big space and all that. So you've heard it all. Before you make that post, be careful of what you post, because the internet never forgets. See you on the next episode. I remain your host, Orishanike Arogundade. Till then, stay informed, stay empowered. Orishanike signing out.